Welcome back to the Jump Ball University. Professor Mo here today, and today we're going to talk about pick and roll defense. We're going to talk about switching, going under the screens, going over the screens, and hedging it. So everybody get to your seats. Let's start with switching the screen. So as the ball handler is coming off the screen, his defender is going to go with the screener, and the man defending the screener is going to go with the ball handler. So when Kevin Love's setting the screen here, Kyrie Irving is going to come off, and Al Horford's going to take Kyrie Irving, where Avery Bradley is going to stay with the screener, Love, and give a good contest on his jump shot. The Spurs do a good job of switching the screen. When Matt Barnes sets a screen for Steph Curry, LaMarcus Aldridge is going to go with Curry, and Parker is going to go with Barnes. Aldridge does a great job staying with Curry and contesting the shot. The Warriors do a great job of switching here when Klay Thompson switches on Giannis Antetokounmpo in this transition screen. He stays with him, he takes away the lane, and contests the jump shot. Now let's talk about going under the screen. This is when the defender is going to go underneath the screen and meet the ball handler on the other side of the pick. So when Myers Leonard sets this high ball screen, Dante Exum is going to go underneath the screen and meet Lillard on the other side and stay with him as he drives down the lane and forces a difficult shot. Kawhi Leonard's going to go underneath Rudy Gobert's screen and meet Rodney Hood on the other side and contest his three-point attempt. A real critical piece in going underneath the screen is that the man defending the screener has to create space and a lane like Amir Johnson does here to allow Isaiah Thomas to go under the screen and take away the lane and force his man to give up the ball. So the opposite of going under the screen is going over the screen, which is essentially when the ball handler's defender goes over the screen or fights through the screen to stay with the ball handler. Malcolm Brogdon is going to get a screen from Michael Beasley, and Isaiah Thomas is going to go over the screen to make sure that Brogdon doesn't have a lane to the rim. James Johnson of the Miami Heat is going to go over the screen against the Washington Wizards and stay with Kelly Oubre and force him into a very difficult shot. Joe Ingles of the Utah Jazz is going to go over this Myers Leonard screen, and he'll get clipped a little by the screen, but still manages to recover and block McCollum's shot. Now let's talk about hedging screens, which is a lot like hedging your bets. The man defending the screener is going to step out into the path of the ball handler to force him to take a step or two in a different direction and allow his primary defender to catch up. Here, LaMarcus Aldridge is going to step into the path of Raymond Felton's drive and force him to take a step further away from the basket, and it allows Patty Mills to catch up and give a strong contest in the lane. Davis Bertans' hedge here is so great on Harrison Barnes, it forces him to pick up his dribble, which essentially means his job's done and allows him to go back to his man. Al Horford gives Yogi Ferrell an extremely hard hedge here, so hard in fact it forces Ferrell to back up almost all the way to the half-court line, and it allows the Celtics defense to recover behind it and force the Mavs into a difficult shot. And that's it for class today. Remember, when we talk about pick and roll defense, today we talked about switching, going under, going over the screens, and hedging it. Be sure to check out this, any other class you missed, or our great content on thejumpball.net.